in the modern age, cities are getting bigger and bigger. And with large cities come large populations. And with that, people who need to travel. One way people travel is by personal car. But another way people can travel is through public transportation. People should support the use and improvement of public transportation. There are many benefits to using public transportation. It reduces the air pollution. It is fuel efficient. It reduces it reduces traffic congestion, and it allows people who don't have a method of transportation to be able to travel. Public transportation can help cities lower the amount of pollution in the air. In most metropolitan areas, people travel by car. And when everyone is in a car, the amount of pollutants being released into the air is incredibly high. But with public transportation, the amount of pollution is low to non-existent. In most cities, there are rail transit vehicles, which are run on electricity, which don't pollute the air very much or at all. And another popular form of transportation are buses. Buses do produce pollution, but in general, they produce less than a group of drivers would. For example, if there were 20 people each driving a car, each one of those cars would be producing pollution and being sent into the air. But if you were to take those 20 people and put them into one bus, the only one bus would be polluting the air, and the people will still get to where they need to go. The state of Delaware's Division of Waste and Hazardous Substances states that buses only emit 75% as many nitrogen oxides per passenger mile than single occupant cars. And according to the Federal Transit Administration, many buses using diesel are being replaced with hybrid diesel buses and the biodiesel buses, which are healthier for the environment. A problem that arises in cities with poor public transportation is traffic congestion. There are going to be millions of people in the city trying to go around, and most of them are going to be traveling in cars. And because of this, traffic and congestion is usually high. And with heavy traffic congestion, there's an increase in the amount of pollution in the air, as well as the increase of the time it takes for someone to get somewhere. And it's rather annoying. Traffic's rather annoying to deal with. But if the public transportation was to be efficient, it would decrease the amount of pollution in the air because more people would be riding buses or trains than driving, and it would also decrease the amount of time it takes to get to somewhere. Public transportation has also shown to be fuel efficient. More people using buses instead of driving cars leads to saving gas in general. According to the American Public Transport Association, 4.2 billion gallons of gasoline is saved by public transportation in the United States. And if someone was to regularly use public transportation instead of driving everywhere, they would save money on gas and car maintenance. According to the Federal Highway Administration, families can save up to $10,000 in transportation money. Not everyone can drive. Not everyone can afford a car, and sometimes people can't drive a car. The elderly and the disabled may have a hard time driving and a hard time getting to places. And to these groups of people, public transportation is incredibly important and vital. It allows them to go to their jobs or to go shopping or go to an appointment. And if they can't rely on public transportation, they have to rely on someone else. So it's incredibly important that public transportation or the public transportation network is in good condition and it's able to provide the needs of everyone. so they can use it as well as everyone else can use it. Public transportation is an important part of our society, and it will be coming into the future. So that's why it's important for us to support the improvement of public transportation as well as to use it.